Bienvenidos, worldwide fans of the planet's hottest entertainment with an edge. I got Jaime En Fuego here, and I welcome you to my namesake program, Enfuegotainment, once again for another rapido review of a recently released film. This is a Hulu exclusive, made a little bit of noise on the festival circuit before being picked up by the streaming service, and it stars Christian Milioti, I believe her name is, and then Andy Samberg. This is a Lonely Island production, but it's not quite as goofy as something like Pop Star or any of those digital shorts that they made, and it's not like a musical sort of thing either, although there's some cool tunes throughout, nice score, and just more of a warmth and sweetness than I was necessarily expecting from Palm Springs. Hulu exclusive, and I really enjoyed the hell out of this movie, man. Yes, it didn't really bring a lot of new, interesting stuff to the table. I mean, yeah, we've seen Groundhog Day, Edge of Tomorrow, Happy Death Day. I mean, these sort of, they're all compared to Groundhog Day, though. Anything that has that cyclical aspect of reliving the same damn day over and over. A personal favorite of mine is actually an earlier episode of Supernatural, the CW show, where they did that as well. But yeah, man, I mean, it's a trope, but really it's the chemistry of our two leads and what they bring to the table. And this is a rom-com, legit, at the end of the day. And Milioti and Samberg have very good dynamic and chemistry. They complement each other very well. And it does actually take a few interesting twists and turns. Throw into the mix that you've got J.K. Simmons in there, and he's like this guy who, without really spoiling too much, has been pulled into this loop even before Milioti's character comes on the scene, and so he's kind of terrorizing Samberg a little bit. I know you see that in one of the trailers, but yeah, so while it's not the most novel concept or anything like that, there is that sweetness and that warmth to the developing relationship after she gets caught in this loop along with him, and then you pull back the layers a little bit more and you find out just the full extent of what's really going on, if they can potentially escape or if they are doomed to live in there forever and stuff. And I mean, yeah, it's a brisk little 90-minute movie, laughs, cuteness and whatnot, a believable romance that's going down. And yeah, even beyond that, there's something that they do in the third act, or like as they're segueing into, like the nearing the end of the movie, where there is a revelation about Milioti's character and where she is waking up every single morning, because yeah, they both wake up in their same spots at this wedding where Samberg is basically about to break up with his like cheaty girlfriend, and then you've got Christian Milioti's character, and her sister is actually the one that's getting married. And so, I mean, yes, there are enough amusing variations throughout, and yes, there is an obligatory montage sequence where we just have all these different scenes of them reliving the same day over and over, and what Samberg and Milioti are doing to amuse themselves, whether it's a silly choreographed dance number in a bar, or all the other hijinks and silliness that they're getting themselves into. And yeah, it's a nice movie, it's fun, and that's really, for this sort of rom-comness, it's all that I would really, really want and expect to be pleased with. And it's also very well directed, well edited, and like I said, it doesn't overstay its welcome like you would imagine a movie about a time loop going down over and over and over. Is it Groundhog Day? Nah, it's not Groundhog Day. And I mean, hell, maybe I even like the Happy Death Day stuff a little bit better because of Jessica Roth, and she's just great. But I mean, this is a very solid new entry into the whole time loop subgenre of comedy that we've seen over the years and stuff. And yeah, man, I will definitely drop 3 out of 5 for this one. This is a bueno film. It's not quite certified Fuego because it's more like 3 to 3.5 stars, and it was a little less like just gooftastic than what I come to expect from The Lonely Island. But hey, they're branching out, they're doing stuff that's just a wee bit different in this regard, and I dug it, man. This is a very, very solid 3, and especially if you have Hulu, I mean, it's like $6.99 for Hulu, or you can bundle it with the Disney Plus and binge your Mandalorian and do all that sweetness. But yeah, solid, enjoyable entry, and I most def recommend this latest from Samberg, and I can see why it charmed so many audiences on the festival circuit. I've seen some people go as far as saying their favorite movie of the year so far. I would certainly not go that far, but nonetheless, yeah, it's it's quite nice, and I think you'll dig. So I extend a grande gracias. I have been Jaime En Fuego, and y'all can find more on all social media sectors like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube, where I try to at least do a few videos a week, keep the consistency, the ups and downs of this crazy world that we live in with pandemics and, you know, protests and just social unrest in a lot of ways. It disillusions, you know, sometimes, if I'm going to be just very quick and candid, but nonetheless, this is one that I definitely wanted to talk about here on my personal channel. It's primarily everything from goofy comedies to indie art house stuff, and I mean, yes, I do geek out with my like Star Wars and things of that nature, but if you are more a fan of spooktacular, scarific stuff, head over to youtube.com/The Horror Show channel. I've been involved with them for, boy, like 6 years now at this particular point, reviewing everything horror. We're talking television, we're talking comics, movies, obviously. I have a weekly Stephen King show that I do. So if you're just stumbling upon this review for whatever reason and you're not aware of the bigger channel that I've been affiliated with for so long, so tune in there, like, share, subscribe here, porfa y gracias on my smaller channel. It means a hell of a lot. And yeah, everybody, check out Palm Springs. And until the Reel of Ka comes around once more, hasta luego, sin amigos, constant readers and viewers alike, say thank you for taking a little bit of time with me today. It is majorly appreciated, and I'm hopeful we share more of this soon, this film palaver sooner rather than later. And until that instance transpires, stay home and watch more movies like this one. Isn't nice?